One important thing to remember is that you are always training, even when you are not feeling like you are in a training mode, because anytime you're interacting with them, you're training. So I was making my lunch on the counter right now, and she's out loose, so she could see that I was making food. So I wasn't set up to be tossing treats to her if she was quiet, because I was focused on my lunch. So of course she started barking at me. Because I hadn't given her a treat during that quiet time. So she went back to what she knows, which is bark, be asked to be quiet, to get a treat. So when that happens, because you're not always going to be in your training mode, the most important thing you can do if you are not actively training her to be quiet by rewarding her for being quiet is just completely ignore her if she barks at you at all. Keep in mind, since that's something that she has been accidentally taught to do, is bark at you while you are getting stuff ready. I don't know if you can see, she taught herself the dog door, but since she has learned to bark at you to ask for stuff when you're getting food ready, then she will usually probably bark a little bit more intensely before she stops barking. So you just need to, whoops, it's okay, come on, you can do it. You can do it. There you go, very good. So it's important to just completely ignore her. Don't talk to her. Don't ask her to be quiet and offer her a treat or anything. So that will, just like when something we've done has gotten rewarded, like maybe pushing a button on your computer keyboard, or you go to a vending machine and you press the number to get something out. And if it doesn't work, you will do it a little bit harder before you stop. Maybe start banging on the key a little bit harder, something like that. They will do the same. So the barking will get a little bit more intense before she gives up and stops. And so you need to just be ready for that and just completely ignore her. And the more you do that, the more she's not going to bark at you in the first place. So again, my first choice is to actively teach her to be quiet, walk away, something like that. Like teach her an alternative skill that you would really like, which is her moving away or doing something else other than staring at you, barking, anticipating a treat. But if you are not in training mode for that, you can be in training mode by just completely ignoring her if she barks at you for food, because she will eventually, just like we don't keep pounding on a stuck key forever, eventually we give up and we walk away. We may come back the next time because that's worked for us so many times in the past, and we'll try it again. But eventually you stop even trying because it doesn't work anymore. So if you give in and you give her a treat, that's going to make that behavior stronger again. But if you are just very clear and you ignore her and you don't give her any treats for her barking, you asking her to be quiet, and then giving her a treat, then she will stop barking. So do some training with it. But again, like I said, I wasn't set up. I was just making lunch, and she came up and of course did her barking thing. So I just completely ignored her, and it didn't take very long at all before she realized that she wasn't going to get any attention or a treat or anything, and then just wandered away to go do something else.